Hey guys, how's it going? Moses here with another build guide for you today, and this one is a Sweep Berserker. Sweep is one of those skills I never ever got to try in Path of Exile, and seems pretty nice. And Berserker was changed in the recent 3.7 patch, right? So some of you may know, first time I get to play with it. It's pretty strong. The couple of changes are basically the mechanics of Rage and a new mechanic called Blitz. So let's go through that. Basically, every time you hit with Rage, you get a Rage stack, and you have a maximum of 50 Rage stack. Each stack gives you attack speed, attack damage, and movement speed, right? Based on, 1 for 1, and then 2 for 1, and then 5 for 1. Alright? It says so on the thing. And then Rite of Ruin triples that effect with a penalty of 0.1 of maximum life per second degen. Basically. So yeah, you kind of have to recover that with Leech and with life regen, right? And cannot be stunned when you have at least 25 rage. It pretty much happens a couple seconds into any map. And the second mechanic here is Blitz. Blitz is basically whenever you crit, you get 2% more attack speed, and that more attack speed is a separate multiplier. It's not an increase, it's a more multiplier, and you have 20 blitz charges, which brings you to 40 more attack speed, which is huge, especially if you're using something like foils with high attack speed. I think stuff like that could be extremely OP, and I'm pretty sure there are already builds out there that utilizes all that blitz and dual wielding and all that kind of stuff. I'm in my Soul Self-Fund world found in a series disfavor and went with a classic ethical Moses build with Sweep, right? But of course you can do a whole lot of things with this kind of ascendancy. So basically in this you don't really need, it's not like your traditional crit build where you want to kind of like crit 100% of the time. For you, crit is kind of like, of course crit means more damage, and we are investing in all the crit and crit multi-nodes, and of course I'm using here Transcendent Flesh that gives me, I believe it was something like 80 crit multi. It says 405, 335, so 70 crit multi over here for this 2-point jewel. Quite strong. So of course we want to invest in crit, but this is slightly different because here we just want to trigger crit so that blitz, so that we get those blitz charges. Now unlike Rage, Blitz does not have any sort of a cooldown, and when we swing our weapon with Sweep, we will hit multiple enemies. For each crit, for each time we hit an enemy, basically we're going to get a Blitz charge. So Blitz charges, once there are enemies around you, are pretty much maxed out instantly, and Rage does take some time to build up. But also Rage does not, takes time to wear down. Alright, so that's basically what we have here. When it comes to how do we scale our crit, the base of the weapon is only 5. So we pretty much have to pick up every single crit node that we can come across. So we pick up crit over here with the melee crit chance, some more melee crit chance over here, and some melee crit chance over here. Outside of that, there's really not that much that we can gain access to, and we are using Assassin's Mark on a cast from damage taken, which is right here, and basically Assassin's Mark makes it so that enemies have plus 1.8 chance to be crit, right? So it adds, and then it gives us power charges, which overall at the moment I got 35%, with power charges something like 40 something, 45-ish, and with Diamond Flask we're pretty much critting a lot, not all the time, but a lot, enough for us to always stay capped, of course, on our blitz charges, and it works very, very nicely. Now for the technical, oh yeah, and I have also crafted 2 crit chance Elder Chest in SSF. Obviously this is a tier 2. tier 1 is 1 to 1.5. Attacks have 2 critical strike chance, and that is a global roll. It's not local for socketed gems, it's a global roll. So all attacks will have increased 2 critical strike chance to the base. Basically what this means is we're going to get, instead of 5 base crit, the weapon has now 5.83. Ideally it would be higher, but again, SSF kind of low on resources, so couldn't really craft anything better. Maybe we'll look into it later. Yeah, alright, so for the links, this is again pretty early in the character's stage. We still need to get some more sockets on the chest. I'm low on everything, but basically the only thing I think I'm missing right now is Val Molten Shell with increased duration. So we'll get that when we have 2 more sockets over here, and then I think the build will be pretty much finalized. But for now, we got Sweep Rage, which is a new support gem that allows us to generate more rage. Of course, with the Atzir's favor, we get +2 to support gems, which is pretty decent. Yeah, so you get +2 to the levels, and rage allows us to generate more rage per hit. So we're getting 2 separate sources of rage generation, one from the Ascendancy and one from the gem. And then it adds a whole lot of added damage, a whole lot of flat damage to the skill, making it pretty strong. Fortify, because, you know, melee skills without Fortify is just, I don't know. Why do that to yourself? Anyways, it is pretty huge. Permanent Fortify and more melee damage, right? So there you go. Pulverize. I didn't like it in previous builds, but for this build it's actually awesome because of the huge AoE it provides, and even the less attack speed is kind of like easily mitigated with all the attack speed that you're getting from the Ascendancy, so it doesn't feel as bad, doesn't feel bad at all. You still feel very fast, and Brutality, because it's the strongest melee, more multiplied when you're looking at pure physical. So yeah, as a 6 link, probably melee physical damage. I wouldn't put increased critical strikes here. I don't think. I think we're doing just fine when it comes to crit. Outside of that, we got Leap Slam, Endurance Charge on melee stun, Blood Magic and faster attacks. We got the cast when damage taken, Assassin's Mark, Immortal Call, and separate link over here is Blood Rage. Arctic Armor with Pride and Blood and Sands, alongside with Enlighten, that's my reservation, and a level 1 Precision, which gives us a little bit of extra crit and a little bit of accuracy, but mostly it's here for the attack damage while affected by Precision. Alright, our chance to hit currently is 97%. It's probably going to go down because I was testing some stuff in Blood Aqueduct, so it's probably going to go down a little bit. And yeah, we're doing trying to trigger a Shaper, so let's do a tier 10 Coral Ruins. Again, the character is very, you know, new in terms of more skill points in the future of the character. We got this going on with more area of effect with the Executioner. Maybe we'll get into some X nodes here. Those have lots of attack speed and damage. Perhaps we get into attack speed. Yeah, this cluster here. Attack speed and damage over here. Maybe more life nodes. We're currently 80, so we got like 15, roughly 15 points to get into. And of course some jewel sockets here. And I guess that's it. Yeah, I don't really have any other jewel sockets nearby. Anyways, yeah, let's get into the map. I did go through all the skill gems. Oh, and I do have some Ancestral Protector, War Banner, of course, and Precision. This is what I have over here in case I didn't go through. For the rest of the gear, I actually had, believe it or not, I actually had, yeah, it takes a little bit of time to ramp up. I actually had a Sweep Helmet chance. It's pretty sweep. Anyways, so I crafted this with fossils. We got that physical damage, and I need dexterity for Blood Rage. This build somehow is pretty low on dexterity, even while being on duelist. Like all dexterity here seems to be not enough for Blood Rage. But yeah, I got some sweep, area effect, a cal stop, area effect increase, and then so yeah, that's pretty good. For this amulet, it's also pretty insane. We got some crit multi, huge accuracy, and life and flat fizz. I was surprised when I found it in my inventory. Again, SSF, I forgot I even had it. Probably, I don't know, it's eye level 81. I don't even remember picking it up, but I found it. Also has some Mana Leech, which, you know, not that relevant, but it's here. When it comes to Leech, this 1 point seems to be just enough for all my melee builds. So, I don't know, a lot of people are investing in Leech. You don't need it. We talked about in previous videos, I think. Basically, in Path of Exile, you will get one-shotted. Okay? That's what will kill you, getting one-shotted, not low recovery rate. Okay, that's not what's gonna kill you. So investing in Leech this day and age seems to be kind of silly and overrated. Like, it's nice quality of life, you know, you have all those things going on, like desecrated ground and all that stuff, and you still get, you know, your recovery. That's nice, but it's not really worth the points to get into, you know, Vitality Void. I rather do other things with my points. Anyways, here we just got life resist, some flat fizz, some stats. Needed some stats, intelligence for the enlighten mostly. Enlighten level 4 requires 96, so I needed intelligence here. Here some flat fizz, resists, life. That's all. Here I got some resist, some flat fizz, some life. You get the idea. Attack speed. Here I got life resists. And I got the enchant of life regen. Decided to keep it because of the degen of degen of rage, of right of ruin. So I decided to keep the life regen because, you know, I felt like attack speed, if you've killed recently in a build like this, is not going to do too much. And yeah, the chest, just life, 2 critical strike chance, and a little bit of fire res. And the axe is, well, a series. I got the dowsing, which is burn removal, warding for curses, heat for freezes, staunching for bleeds. Very important stuff, those things. Don't underestimate them, because a lot of times those are the things that are going to kill you. And then a lion's roar for more melee damage, obviously. And in the Pantheon, we're immune to poison, Shikari, and while mapping Lunaris, single target Solaris. So I filled in all the passives that I'm going to be needing. And when you're doing labs, always use Soul of Ralakesh, because of that physical damage, over time damage taken reduction. This is a weird sentence, but basically all traps in the lab are physical damage over time type. And this gives you a straight up 25% while moving. So a lot of times if you watch a stream and I'm doing lab, it doesn't happen too often, basically once per character, I just run through all the traps because it doesn't matter, because this Pantheon is OP. Alright, so, oh, humility, what? Weird. So yeah, all this rage and all that stuff takes a little bit of time. Maybe we get Untainted Paradise off of Zana at level 80, that would be glorious. How about it? Probably not. Close. Coward's Trial. That's actually not a bad map, you know, for XP. Yeah, let's get in there. Let's do, yeah. It takes some time to ramp up, and you see, like, I leap slam, it's pretty slow, because I don't really have too much attack speed invested, which is going to be later. Right now, I'm mostly just focused on mapping, but yeah, when you see this is the Blitz charges right here, it goes up to 20 instantly, and this is the Rage charges, this goes up to 50, and it takes time to start degenning. And this is me at, you know, maximum current, like, attack speed. That's how it looks like, and that is very, very cool. Like, I'm pretty static here right now because that's the nature of this particular map. We are going to level up, But yeah, this is a pretty fast build. And again, I'm pretty sure that if you want to like go full insanity, you'll play something like dual wielding foils, and we're level 81. You play something like dual wielding foils, and like stuff's gonna get pretty explosive. Yeah, this map is pretty nice for XP, but nothing like Untainted Paradise, where we have all these open spaces. So that's the AoE. This is the AoE with Bloodstands, so it's still pretty huge with Bloodstands. And as you can see, XP in Coward Straw is pretty good, like I just leveled up. But yeah, we don't need the Bloodstands, I just kind of wanted to show it. And we got our War Banner and our totems for kind of like single target situations that drop it on the ground and get all that adrenaline attack speed. I'm also leveling up Proferate. I think I'm pronouncing that. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And Blade Storm. I wanted to try those too. As a matter of fact, we could try those right now. Just to show that this is kind of like a template for the build, and you can use basically whatever you want. Let's do the next phase. Okay. The door is open. Let's do the next phase with Blade Storm. Let's see how that goes. Alright. And I leveled up, so we got some fist damage, two-hand melee weapon, and increased area of effect. More area of effect is always good. And here we got 5, 5, and 8, so 18% more area of effect. Alright, so this is Blade Storm. You don't need to change anything in the setup. Like, it's basically, I picked those skills because they are kind of like the same tags. Let's click here. They're kind of like the same tags. So it leaves that damage over time and draws into targets. It kills stuff like the Blade Storm itself. Alright. That's pretty cool. And then in Bloodstands, it stays on the ground and deals damage over time to a single target. Gotcha. Yeah, those are kind of like new skills. I thought I'll showcase them here, just because. Let's go with the AoE. Basically, that's what I tried in the Blood Aqueducts earlier. My chance to hit now is like 96. It's gonna go down a little bit, but yeah, in the end it's going to be something like 90% plus, maybe 92, 93. It's basically all that you need for... Alright, so that's Proferate. That's basically all that you need for, you know, for a regular crit build. Obviously, 100% chance to hit is ideal. But, you know, 95, 93, 94 is also pretty sweet. That's all you need. That is Proferate. It sends like 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it looks like, spikes for the clear. Yeah, that's not bad. Also, 34% XP, so we made like about half a level over here. Yeah, I knew there's a reason I'm going in here. Alright, that's the boss. So for the boss, I guess you go Bloodstands. Okay. Oh, nice. Long Winter Jewel. Now I have two. So yeah, for Bloodstands, this is how it looks like. Too close, I think. Too close. Too melee-ish. I don't know. But obviously it will increase the damage. Seems good. Alright, let's go back to... let me just kill a couple more monsters here with... okay, Proferate. Interesting. Let's go back to Sweep. Let's level these things up. Alright, this is the skill, alright? This is the skill. Need my rage stacks. 150. Alright, let's grab these. Stop killing me. You always kind of have to be quick, or else you lose your stackeronies. A little bit of Blood Rage. I mean, a little bit of War Banner, because you got a couple of rare guys all in the same spot. Triple Essence, Easy Clap. I need the chromes because I lost all my chromes whip. Oh wow, we got an AoE shrine, that's cute. Oh my god, oh my golly. That's quite cute actually. That's quite cute. It's fun times. So I think this is how it would look like if if I was like in a trade league and I could just buy myself a Carcass Jack. Those that've been watching, it's been 2 months of Soul Found Legion. Oh my god. Yeah, look at this thing, it's beautiful. So yeah, Craig ass. Nerd chills in my spine, basically. So yeah, those of you that have been watching should know that I've been trying. Oh, rip! The shrine is gone. Oh, back to being a mere mortal once again. But hey, that was a fun 40 seconds. So yeah, those of you that have been watching, I've been chancing like varnished coats my entire life. It seems thousands of them, just spewing chance orbs, and still no Carcass Jack in my SSF adventure yet. I mean, there's still 1 more month for the league, or a little less, but yeah, so imagine this build with a Carcass Jack. Holy moly, would have been insane. So yeah, this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is the build. I'm having a blast. And you guys are invited to join the stream. We're here every day on Twitch. Happy grinding to you guys, and best of luck. See you there. Bye bye.